Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. This is your preview for the Manchester United Manchester City game at Old Trafford, 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. This is the 183rd Manchester derby. Now it is a must-win game for Manchester United. We recently lost 3-2 to RB Leipzig. So reflecting on that, we are no longer in the Champions League. We won our last league game though against West Ham by 3-1. Now we beat Manchester City 3 times out of the 4 times we played them last season. We beaten them at Old Trafford 2-0. We beaten them at the Etihad 2-1. And we've beaten them in the League Cup. By 1-0. But obviously we went out because we lost the first match by 3-1. Now Manchester City have been in good form recently. They recently beat Marseille 3-0. They beat Fulham 2-0. And the other week they beat Burnley 5-0. And I think they are sitting 7th in the Premier League. City have got one of the best managers in the world in Pep Guardiola. You know, he's won so much silverware. At Manchester City, he's won 2 Premier League titles. He's won a few League Cups with them. He's won the FA Cup with them. And he's won the Charity Shield. A few seasons ago, City won the domestic treble. And a few seasons ago, City finished on 100 points. They became the first club in England to get 100 points in one season. Pep Guardiola has been at Manchester City since 2016, so he has been there now for a good 4 years or so. I think it was earlier on this season he signed a 2-year contract with Man City. Obviously before Pep Guardiola was at City, he managed Barcelona. And also he's managed Bayern Munich before. And he's won the Champions League, I think, with Barca and Bayern Munich. But he's obviously not yet won it at Manchester City. And that's obviously his priority. City have actually never won the Champions League. City won the title when they had Manuel Pellegrini. And they also won it under Roberto Mancini. When they won it under Roberto Mancini, that was Manchester City's first title in 44 years. City have got some good players. Obviously, they've got Kevin De Bruyne. You know, he's been in form recently and he's regarded as one of the best midfielders in the league. They've obviously got Sergio Aguero. He's just recently come back from injury. They've got Gabriel Jesus. He's another one of their key players. They've got Raheem Sterling. They've got Riyad Mahrez. They've obviously got Ferran Torres. I haven't really watched much of Ferran Torres since City got him. City got him during the summer transfer window. They've got Ilkay Gundogan. I think he's out with injury at the moment. They've obviously got Garcia. They've got Bernardo Silva. He's another one of their key players. City have got Nathan Ake, one of their centre-halves. They got him during the summer from Bournemouth. They've got Ruben Diaz. They got him from Benfica during the summer transfer window. Benjamin Mendy is one of their left-backs. He's injury-prone now, isn't he? Sustained quite a few injuries at Man City. Kyle Walker, he's their right-back. I also like Phil Foden as well. You know, he's done very, very well at Man City. City have obviously let a few players go. Otamendi left them during the summer transfer window, I think it was. Vincent Kompany left them a few seasons ago. He went to be player manager at Anderlecht. And David Silva also left them. Joe Hart also left them as well. But I am really, really looking forward to this game. Now, do you think Paul Pogba will start on Saturday? Now, Paul Pogba didn't start against RB Leipzig, but he did come on and he made an impact. He started our last league game against West Ham, and that was his first start for Manchester United in over a month in the Premier League, and he scored an absolutely fantastic goal against West Ham. Now, I think Paul Pogba is leaving Manchester United. You know, he could be leaving the football club in January. Paul Pogba's recently had heart-to-heart talks with Solskjaer, and we have actually lowered our asking price for Pogba. We will accept £50 million, or maybe even lower than £50 million. Now, Pogba's agent, Mini Raiola, he told 2 Sport, obviously before the RB Leipzig game, that Paul Pogba's time at Manchester United is over. He's unhappy. He said he has to leave, and he's got no intentions of signing a new contract. Earlier on in the season, we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. So he's under contract with the football club until 2022, is Paul Pogba. Now, actually, our chefs want Paul Pogba out of the football club in January. Now, I think there's a good chance he'll make a return to Juventus. We could get Paulo Dybala as part of the deal. We could even get Cristiano Ronaldo as part of the deal. Pogba did endure 4 good years with Juventus, but the vast majority of his performances at Man United have been totally comparison to his ones at Juventus. He's been relentlessly linked with a move to Real Madrid, because he made an admission earlier on this season saying that one day his dream is to join Real Madrid. PSG, Barcelona and Inter Milan have been in for him before. So he has had a long-running transfer saga. This is Paul Pogba's 5th season at the football club since he rejoined. He's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. Now, he's just come back from an ankle injury not so long ago. Was it prior to the PSG game? Paul Pogba had missed our last 3 games. Ollie confirmed that ankle injury he had was totally contrast to the one that he had last season. During the last international break, Pogba made quite a few comments saying like this season's been the most difficult period in his career. And he says like playing for France was a breath of fresh air. And he was talking about his struggles at Man United this season in general, but reflecting on them comments, he did receive a lot of criticism. Didier Deschamps, the France manager, was talking a lot about him during the last international break. Fred is available for this game against Manchester City. Obviously, Fred didn't play against RB Leipzig because obviously he was suspended. He got sent off in our 3-1 defeat to PSG because he received 2 yellow cards. He was lucky not to be sent off in the first half for the headbutt on Paredes. He got the second yellow card from the challenge on Ander Herrera. That was definitely not a booking, that challenge on Ander Herrera, but Fred shouldn't have even been on the pitch, against PSG at Old Trafford. He should have been taken off at half time. So that was an awful decision by Solskjaer to not take him off. Fred didn't play against West Ham. Obviously, Ole explained why, because obviously he said he wanted to rest him for the game against Manchester City on Saturday. I think Fred has enjoyed some good games this season for Manchester United. There's been a couple of games where he's looked off the pace. We paid £47 million for him from Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, I'm hopeful that Edinson Cavani will be available for this game. Edinson Cavani has recently been out with a muscle problem. This is why he didn't play any part in the game against RB Leipzig. It's only a niggle he's had though, so he should be available. Edinson Cavani has enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career. Obviously, the other week, he came off the bench and scored 2 goals against Southampton, and he also got an assist, so he changed the complexion of that game. Cavani scored his first goal for the football club in our 3-1 win against Everton, and he almost scored with his first touch when he came on against Chelsea. When we got Edinson Cavani, I did say, didn't I, he will be the next Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Anthony Martial, he could be available for this game against Man City. He's recently been out with a groin problem. I wouldn't start Martial anyway, even if either way. Because Martial has been in a bad vein of form this season. He just hasn't been clinical enough, has he? He obviously didn't play against RB Leipzig because he was injured. He did play against West Ham. Obviously had a good chance in that game, didn't convert it. We actually took him off in the West Ham game. He had a couple of good chances against PSG, didn't convert them. I think he's probably had one good game this season as Martial, and that was the 4-1 win against Istanbul Başakşehir. And when we have been playing him recently, we've been putting him out wide. A lot last season he was playing centrally because Ollie was the one that gave him that number 9 shirt. Last season, Martial scored 23 goals in 48 games. So this season he's failed to replicate what he did last season. He was also good in his debut season under the Louis van Gaal era. Martial's enjoyed a good 5 years or so at the football club. Luke Shaw, obviously, he's available. He started against RB Leipzig. Luke Shaw's just come back from a hamstring problem. He was terrible against RB Leipzig. Far too exploited. Against RB Leipzig, he was playing as a left centre-back. But before he got that hamstring injury, he was in a good vein of form. My element of concern about Luke Shaw is far too injury prone. I think Phil Jones is still out with injury as well. Probably David De Gea is going to remain in goal. Obviously, David De Gea didn't start last week against West Ham. Obviously, it was Dean Henderson in goal against West Ham. David De Gea's just come back from a knee problem, but there's a lot of Manchester United fans that are now saying, we should put Dean Henderson as our number 1. And, this is the right time now, because Dean Henderson has got that experience behind him. He did enjoy 2 successful loans with Sheffield United. He's had other loan spells with Stockport, Grimsby and Shrewsbury. We got Dean Henderson at the age of 14, so he has been part of the club for several years. And during the summer transfer window, he signed a 6-year contract at Man United. I think the game against West Ham last week was his first start in the Premier League. Yes, it was. On my next video, I will be giving you my starting 11 prediction for the game. Will Ollie revert to a back three? You know, will he go with 5 at the back like he did against RB Leipzig, or will he go with a 4-2-3-1 formation? Ollie's gone a lot with a 4-2-3-1 formation since he got appointed in as Man United manager. You know, like I said, a few times he's gone with a 3-5-2. A couple of times he's gone with a 4-1-2-1-2. And a few times he's gone with that 4-3-3 formation. There's a chance we could beat Manchester City, because to Solskjaer's credit, in a lot of the big games, he has showed tactical flexibility. You know, our record against the top 6 sides last season was very, very good. But like I've said, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not the long-term manager for Manchester United, because he's way out of his depth. His decision making is very, very poor. And he hasn't got that proven pedigree as a manager. You know, Manchester United is the 3rd club in his managerial career. Obviously, before he came to us, he was at Molde. He won a few Norwegian titles at Molde, but they're not a big club. And before he was at Molde, he was at Cardiff, and he enjoyed a very, very short tenure with Cardiff. The main explanation he got sacked from Cardiff is because he ended up getting Cardiff relegated, didn't he? Did Solskjaer. But in the game against RB Leipzig, you know, he did make mistakes. That cost us, and obviously our defensive errors also cost us. I just think we need a manager with a proven pedigree, and a manager that would suit the strappings of the club. Now, there's obviously been talks of Mauricio Pochettino coming in. He's actually been the favourite to take over at Manchester United. You know, there's obviously been talks of Massimiliano Allegri coming in as well a few times. A few weeks ago, there was talks of Julian Nagelsmann coming in. There's Thomas Tuchel. He's been on our agenda a few times. So there you go. I think Solskjaer will still be Manchester United manager in the new year. But I don't think he'll be Man United manager at the end of this season. You know, a lot of Man United fans are demanding him out, but they probably get some Man United fans saying that, you know, give him till the end of the season and see what happens. You know, games are coming up thick and fast for Man United. You know, City on Saturday. Then we're away to Sheffield. Should be winning that. Sheffield have enjoyed an abysmal season, sitting bottom of the league, and won a game yet. And then after that, it's Leeds United. That's going to be a pretty tough game. Then obviously after that, it's Leicester. Oh, sorry, not Leicester. Everton in the Cup. Then it's Leicester in the league. Solskjaer's been Manchester United manager now almost 2 years. It's his 2-year anniversary at some point this month. We appointed him in December 2018, and he's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. Ollie's managed over 100 games for Man United in all competitions, and he's under contract with the football club until 2022. Now, I'm definitely very sceptical that he will see out his contract. Now, the other week, he was discussing his contract situation at Man United, and he said that obviously his priority is not a new contract at the His priority is not a new contract at the moment. His priority is leading the club to long-term success. And he did mention that the team are going places under his guidance. It isn't assured that will extend his stay at the club. I think he's more than halfway through his 3-year deal. You know, we've had some good results this season, but we've also had some poor results. Obviously, the good results came obviously against Southampton the other week. You know, West Ham last week. We had a good result against RB Leipzig at Old Trafford, beating them 5-0. We had a good result in Paris, beating them 2-1. We had a good result against Istanbul Başakşehir at Old Trafford, beat them 4-1. Had a good result against Everton, beat them 3-1. So they are the good results, but the bad... No. But the bad results obviously came against Crystal Palace, lost to them on the opening day of the season 3-1. We obviously lost to Tottenham. They thrashed us 6-1. We obviously lost at home to Arsenal 1-0. We lost away to Istanbul Başakşehir 2-1. We lost to PSG 3-1 the other week. We recently lost to RB Leipzig 3-2. So yeah, they are the bad results. But going into this game against Manchester City, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got the full backing of Ed Woodward. Despite our loss to RB Leipzig, Woodward's still backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but Woodward has come out several times to support Solskjaer. And I've said, haven't I, Solskjaer does deserve more backing at the football club. Because during the summer transfer window, the board didn't back him enough. The board haven't backed any of the managers enough that we've had since Ferguson left. And our recruitment policy has been poor for several years. And this is the main reasons why the board's been one of the biggest problems at the club for several years. There's been a lot of Manchester United fans saying that we do need to get a new board in. By the way, our senior players are concerned that Solskjaer's constant changes will have a negative impact on our form. So yeah, so some of our players are now losing faith in Ole. But it is good that we are making plans for next year, because obviously we are looking to make more signings. There's obviously been a lot of players on our agenda. The likes of Dayot Upamecano's been in our agenda. Obviously, we're linked with Jadon Sancho. We've been linked with Eduardo Camavinga. He's a possible replacement for Pogba. We've been linked with Jack Grealish. He's another possible replacement for Paul Pogba. We've obviously been linked with Erling Haaland. I think we could go in for Erling Haaland next year. But I think Man United need a centre-half, and we also need a right winger. They are the two priorities. We're going to get rid of more players next year, because there's still deadwood in the squad that we do need to get rid of. You know what I mean? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer recently said that Manchester United can win the Premier League title, and he did make an admission saying that the job is not too big for him. But there's not all negativity regarding Solskjaer. I have taken positives from his tenure. Like I said, he did well in his first full season last season. He got us qualification for the Champions League. He also got us third, and he guided us to 3 semi-finals. We've seen a lot of players leave since he got recommended in. He has made some good signings since he come in, Solskjaer. Spent over £200 million, and he's enjoyed around 4 transfer windows. Solskjaer's also brought quite a few young players in. We've enjoyed some good periods under him. We went on a 19-game unbeaten run in all competitions last season. We was 14 unbeaten in the Premier League. We're unbeaten in our last 4 league games in a row at the moment. And they are the positives you can take. And Solskjaer, was a great player for the football club for 11 years. He flourished under Ferguson's guidance. But as a manager, he isn't good enough, let's be honest. And like I've said to you time and time again, no manager at Manchester United, or no manager in general, will replicate Sir Alex Ferguson's legacy. Ferguson endured 27 years at Man United, won a total of 38 major honours. including 13 Premier League titles. But Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at the football club. Since he's left, we've been inconsistent. And before Ferguson came into the equation, we was inconsistent. 3 managers have been sacked by the club since Ferguson left, and that was Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. You know. So Ollie's our 4th permanent manager since Ferguson left. So yeah. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.